Hello everyone, today welcome in psychology. What is psychology? Psychology is the scientific study of mental processes, experiences, and the behavior of individuals. So it helps understand how people think, feel, or they act in different contexts. Understand? Now, psychology as a discipline. So, where this word is coming from, psychology? It is derived from Greek word psyche, means mind or soul, and logos means study. So, it focuses on scientific methods to study mind and the behavior systematically. Now, psychology as natural science. We uses it as systematic observation and the controlled experimentation. So, the objectivity and cause-effect relationships in behavior. Now, how we see psychology as social science studies behavior within social and the cultural context. Now, understanding mind and behavior. So, the mind refers to internal mental states and processes, right? So, behavior includes overt and covert responses to internal or external stimuli. Understand? Now, popular notions versus science. What does science says about the popular notions? Why does these all happen? Common sense beliefs can be contradictory or inaccurate. So psychology relies on empirical evidence and systematic study. Now, what is the historical evolution of psychology? First psychology lab established by Wilhelm Wundt in 1879 in Leipzig. So this marks psychology as an independent scientific discipline. Now we will see what is structuralism. Structuralism explains learning by breaking the knowledge into small parts. So it believes that to understand something properly, learners must first learn its basic elements. So we start by basic elements step by step and moving to the complex ones. For example, let's say to learn a language. So students first need to learn letters, then they go to words, then sentences. Next, we will talk about functionalism. What is functionalism? That focuses on how learning is useful in everyday life. So let's say it says that education should help learners to solve real problems and functions better in society. So learning is meaningful when students know why they're learning something. For example, let's say learning mathematics to manage money or learning science to understand daily life functions. All right? Behaviorism. Behaviorism explains learning as a change in observable behavior. So it believes that learning happens through practice, repetition, rewards, and punishment. Let's say when learners are rewarded for correct responses, they are more likely to repeat that behavior. For example, a student gets praise or marks for correct answers and improves through the regular practice. All right. What is Gestalt approach? The Gestalt approach explains learning as understanding, this whole pattern, not just the separate parts. So it believes learners understand better when they see the complete picture and the relationships among the ideas. So insight and meaningful understanding are important. Let's say understanding a full diagram or concept map before studying individual details. All right. Let's see what is psychoanalytic perspective. So this approach explains behavior by unconscious thoughts, feelings, or childhood experiences. So it says that hidden desires and past experiences influence how we act. For example, a person's fear may come from a childhood experience. Second is humanistic psychology. Humanistic psychology focuses on free will, personal growth, and self-confidence. It believes people are good and want to improve themselves. For example, helping a student believe in themselves to do better. Next is cognitive psychology. What this one says. Cognitive psychology studies thinking, memory, learning, and problem solving. So it explains how the mind processes the information. For example, let's say how students remember information during the exams. What is contemporary psychology? Contemporary psychology combines many modern approaches to understand behavior. It uses the science, technology, and research to study the mind and the behavior today. Let's say using brain scans or online therapy methods. Now we will talk about the branches of psychology. The branches of psychology are different areas that study behavior and mind in specific ways. For example, the clinical psychology will study about mental health. Educational psychology we learn about learning and teaching. And social psychology, we learn about behavior in groups. Now let's see the branches of psychology. First is clinical psychology. This one deals with mental illness and emotional problems. So it helps people with stress, depression, anxiety, and other the disorders. Next is counseling psychology. This helps people with daily life problems and emotional difficulties. So focus is on mainly guidance, adjustment, and personal growth. Next, we will talk about the educational psychology. Students studies how students learn and how teachers teach. So helps improve learning, teaching methods, and classroom behavior. Next, we will talk about social psychology. Studies how people behave in groups and society. Explains how others influence our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Now we will move to industrial psychology that applies psychology to the workplace, that improves productivity, motivation, and job satisfaction. Now we move to development psychology. Studies human growth and change from birth to old age. Focuses on physical, mental, and emotional development. Next, we will talk about health psychology. Studies how behavior and mindset affect the health. Helps people manage stress and maintain the healthy lifestyles. Next, we will move to environmental psychology. Studies how the environment affects human behavior. Looks at effects of noise, pollution, crowding, and natural spaces. Move to sports psychology. Studies mental factors in sports performance. Helps athletes improve confidence, focus, and motivation. We will see interdisciplinary links. Interdisciplinary links means psychology is connected with other subjects. So psychology helps understand human behavior in many fields like education, medicine, law, technology. So psychology and education. Psychology helps in better teaching and learning. It explains how students learn, remember, and stay motivated. Now, what about psychology and medicine? Psychology helps doctors understand the mental and emotional aspects of illness. So it supports treatment of mental disorders and helps the patients cope with their disease. Now, psychology and law. Psychology helps in understanding criminal behavior and witness reliability. So it is used in investigations, courts, and correction systems. Now, what about psychology and economics? Psychology explains how people make money decisions. So it studies spending habits, saving, motivation, and consumer behavior. Now let's see psychology and technology. Psychology helps design user-friendly technology. It improves apps, websites, online learning, and human-computer interaction. Now, psychology in everyday life. Psychology helps us understand ourselves and others. So it improves communication, relationships, decision making, and self-control. Psychology for stress management. Psychology helps people identify and reduce the stress. It teaches relaxation, positive thinking, and coping skills. Now let's talk about the popular misconceptions about psychology. Many people think psychology is about mind reading or giving advice. In reality, psychology is a scientific study of behavior and mental processes. Next, scientific nature of psychology. Psychology is scientific because it uses systematic methods, observation, experiments, and research to study behavior. So it is based on evidence and facts, not guesses. Experiences in psychology. Experiences include thoughts, feelings, emotions, and perceptions. So psychology studies how these inner experiences affect behavior. Now, behavior overt and covert. Overt behavior, actions that can be seen like walking, talking. Covert behavior, actions that are internal and cannot be seen like thinking or feeling. Now, stimulus response link. What is it? A stimulus is something that causes a reaction. A response is how a person reacts to it. So psychology studies the connection between stimulus and response. Let's say loud noise is a stimulus. Now fear is the response. How about the growth of psychology in India? Psychology in India grew with the establishment of universities, research institutes, and professional bodies. So it is used in education, health, industry, and counseling. Now we will talk about the summary and value of psychology. Psychology helps us understand behavior and mental processes. It improves learning, mental health, relationships, and overall quality of life. Okay, then see you in the next session. Thank you so much.